was a good intro.
Hello and welcome to another edition of West Ham Fan TV's Post-Match Pint, the only Post-Match Pint full-out show on the internet. We've just come back from, virtually come back from Old Trafford, as none of us could get up there due to work commitments. So Ryan, take us through the starting lineup.
Oh, fuck off. 10 changes from Sunday. Areola in goal, making his debut. Fredericks at right back. Dawson and Diop in the centre with Johnson left back. Kroll making his full debut for West Ham alongside Super Marky Noble, captain for the night. Yarmolenko, Lanzini and Masuaku playing just behind Jerry Bowen, who's the only player to keep his place in the team from Sunday.
Okay, now you write that down?
No, mate, I just fucking know, didn't I? I'm the bollocks. And I've got it on the screen now.
It was a good game, wasn't it? Good game.
Yeah, look, it's two, as Mark Noble said in his interview after, it's two glorified B teams going at it tonight, but there's still some quality on that pitch. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. It was nice to see that we had to make changes. And one thing I will say as well, it was nice to see the players that didn't play today that travelled up with the team and supported the team, sat on the bench, Rice, Creswell.
I actually know why they was there.
Go on.
Because they're staying there for Leeds.
Yeah, but they could have, the thing is as well, they could have stayed at home with their families for the night and then travelled up tomorrow or something. But it's good to see things like that. But yeah, I mean, I was quite happy with the starting lineup, to be honest. I thought that's a strong team we've put out.
I thought it was a strong team, but I just thought the midfield, it just looked like they weren't a lot about us today. And, they proved us wrong, didn't they?
You've got 5 players in there that haven't really played together. You've got Kroll making his debut alongside Noble. The pitch is massive at Old Trafford. There's a lot of space. We know Noble can't get around as quick as he used to back in the old days. But yeah, you got Masuaku coming back, his first full game or start for a long time. So yeah, I mean, as I said, I was happy with the starting line. There's nothing really I would have changed because you want to rest players like Creswell, Rice, Souček, especially Antonio. I'm glad Antonio wasn't on the bench tonight. It was right to leave him out.
Yeah, no, that's the thing I said in the preview. That, you look at Souček against United. He looked leggy. He looked tired. He didn't have the best game. He looked like he needed a rest. And you're right with Rice as well. As much as you probably would have preferred one of them to start, they did need a rest. They've played a lot of football through last season, the summer. We've got games coming thick and fast. They're both going to go and play for their countries as well. So this was probably the perfect moment to rest them. And I thought Kroll stepped in there to make his debut, and I thought he was solid in midfield today.
Yeah, I think it's a good game to chuck him in. He's played a full 90. He's worked hard today. It's tough place to go against Old Trafford to Manchester United. Whatever team they put out, they're going to have quality on the pitch. And we got off to the perfect start. First 10, 15 minutes.
I'll stop you there because you say like they're going to have quality on the pitch. I can see why that Van de Beek don't play. I thought he was fucking awful. I thought he was the worst player on the pitch. He is fucking terrible. What a shit cunt he is, to be quite honest with you. He's a terrible player. Terrible player. He wouldn't even get in. I don't even think he'd get in Brentford's team. He was that bad.
He's not really at the form that he was meant with all the hype that was around him. But he put in a great ball at one point and he put a shift in. But he isn't spectacular. But then it's hard when you've got players in that team that are spectacular.
I mean, you look at their forward three tonight: Lingard, Martial, and Sancho. They'd walk in quite a few teams. I mean, Lingard will walk in our team tomorrow.
They had a good side. Their B team is a good side. He's a good side. And like the thing is about Lingard, I don't know whether to say this because I know I'm going to break a lot of people's hearts. Like I've spoken to a few people over the last week or so that have been involved at the club, and like Lingard's heart weren't with us. It just weren't with us. And I'm a bit sick to death about like the Man United fan, because we've been in contact with a lot of Man United fans over the last few days after they beat us the other day, and saying about him and how lucky we were to have him. I don't think we were lucky to have him. I think he was lucky to be able to come to us, because we've revived his career.
I sort of disagree that his heart weren't in it. I thought he'd give everything for West Ham when he played for us.
No, I'm not saying that his heart weren't in it when he was here, but his heart just weren't in joining us permanently. He didn't want to. He didn't want to join us. But I'm sick and tired of hearing how lucky we were to have him. He was lucky to play for us at a time when we was fucking good.
I think it suited both parties, didn't it? We got a quality player who had something to prove, and he got a chance to prove it.
What a lot of people forget is that Lingard is a Manchester United fan. He's a Manchester United boy, and if he's got any chance of staying at that club, he's going to stay there.
Of course, I've got no.
But I also think that if he was told that he wasn't going to play and he wasn't in Ollie's plans, and West Ham wanted him, he would have gone straight back there.
Yeah, I just think he was lucky to play for us.
I think we done well to keep him quiet tonight. I thought he looked lively, Jesse Lingard. He looked up for it. I think him and Noble had a little bit of a spat, which they laughed off. You know, they're mates at the end of the day. But yeah, I just think like the first 10, 15 minutes, we looked lively. You know?
Yeah.
We was good.
We was knocking it around and we got the goal. And it was a well-deserved goal. It was a great run from Fredericks. I felt so sorry for him when he went off, because I think we should definitely give him a special mention. I know he went off early, but what a run for him. And I thought when he went off, I was a bit gutted, to be fair, because I wanted Soufal to have more of a rest. But no, it was a great cutback and a great finish from Lanzini, and well-deserved. Well-deserved 1-0 lead.
It was a perfect start. They couldn't handle the pace of Fredericks and Masuaku on either wing. They just could not deal with it. And I think it showed, because when obviously Fredericks went down, and I know we went down to 10 men, but even when Fredericks went off, that threat down that side had sort of disappeared, and then United got back in the game. But like you said, he done well to the position he found himself in, the run that he made and the cutback. And even like you said, the finish by Lanzini, everything was spot on in that move.
Great bit of skill.
Yeah.
Fantastic bit of skill. Like, you know, if that would have been fucking Ronaldo doing that, they would have been fucking talking about that for a week.
Exactly.
Oh,
exactly.
Don't worry, mate. We'll be talking that for about 2 weeks.
But they're saying the injury was because of the dip.
Yeah, he sort of went down and turned his ankle over, didn't he? So
I hope it's not. You know, he's had a bad luck with injuries. You know, he's another one who seems to show a bit of decent form and then picks up a knock.
Well, no, he was on the bench at the end, wasn't he? And he was walking off. I think it's just he's turned his ankle. And we all know when you play football, you turn your ankle, you can't run on it. You just got to go off. And look, we had a great replacement to come on in Soufal. But yeah, look, I think special mention for Bowen as well tonight. He ran his absolute socks off, led from the front, chased everything down. I thought, to be fair, I know Dawson got man in the match, but for me, Bowen was very close to getting it. And Areola as well on his debut pulled off some great saves. He was a bit flappy in the beginning, might be nerves, and obviously he hasn't got that communication with the defenders yet. There was some couple of times where he could have caught it and he's decided to punch it. But no, he pulled off some great saves today. Kept us in the game. Yeah, Dawson was superb. Diop as well. Diop, do
you know what?
Dawson there in a week.
Dawson coming into this game was under a lot of pressure. You know, his first couple of games of the season, he hadn't performed to what we have come to expect. The partnership of Diop and Dawson last season wasn't great. You know, Diop had a decent game against Zagreb. You know, so he was a bit more informed. So I think it was a lot of pressure on Dawson coming into this, and he stepped up. You know, he was brilliant. He was commanding. He dominated the box. Diop had another really, really good game. I thought Johnson, again, another player who we need to be putting pressure on someone like Creswell. I thought he was brilliant tonight. You know, and you can't really fault that back line. You know, I don't think they really put a foot wrong tonight.
Clean sheet. So, like, I'm just reading in the comments here. Like, I'm just going to switch them off in a second. But someone said, people on Sky saying it's not Man United's best 11. Might not be Man United's best 11, but let's go through it wasn't West Ham's best 11 either. He made 10 changes, they made 11. And when you look at I'm just sick of the big club bias of them. We've beaten them, and I think we've beaten them fair and square tonight. I think Matic should have been sent off twice.
Oh mate, that he's lucky there weren't no VAR. As much as they'll bang on about Noble,
I don't understand this. Why is there no VAR? It's there. They use it for everything else, but this I don't understand why there is no VAR.
I think the reason why they don't have it in is because there's lower league teams in the cups, and obviously they ain't got EFL, they ain't got VAR at their stadiums or something stupid like that.
League only games last season. What's going on?
Well, they had it in the FA Cup. They have it in the Premier League teams, but not in the lower league teams.
Yeah, when two Premier League teams play each other, they have it. I don't know. It's a weird thing. The FA should step in and give the VAR facilities to every ground in the football league. But look, it's.
But I'll be honest though, right? I think if VAR was there, that's a penalty. The Noble pullback on Lingard.
Yeah, I mean, it was one of them ones. I mean, Noble's going down. He's put his arm out, and he's obviously. I think Lingard has gone down a bit easy.
Of course.
But then again, I'm not in real time, am I? I'm not Jesse Lingard, so only he'll know whether he's gone down on purpose or. But I mean, Mark Noble tonight. I think to get a full 90 out of him, he covered a lot of ground tonight. Look, we know he's not Mark Noble that we all love, but I think he redeemed himself and he could have really redeemed himself when he went through 1-on-1 at the end. But yeah, no, it was it was a captain's performance. Kroll was decent. I thought there was a couple of times he missed his pass. Could put that down to nerves or just, I don't know, but he broke up play well at spells. And I was impressed with him. I think he'd be a decent squad player for us, especially in these cup games.
You feel confident after seeing that performance by him that if we do have to rest Rice or Souček or we lose them for a game for suspension, something like that, we've got a replacement now who looks comfortable to come in.
Well, yeah, no disrespect to Mark Noble, but I think Kroll will be better alongside a Rice or a Souček.
Yeah. That's the thing for me is that with Nobes, I think we all know Nobes is coming towards the end now, and we needed someone else to back up that midfield other than him. And I think that Kroll, we've got a decent player who can break up the play. Noble we know he can do that job, but like we said before, he's not the quickest anymore. He doesn't get about the pitch as quickly. But with Kroll, we've now got that bit of a bit more of an engine in him, and he could get about the pitch a bit better. Yeah, a couple of misplaced passes from him today, but again, adjusting to new players, fitting into a new system and a new team.
Yeah, I think it's his debut, isn't it? So we're letting him off any little errors, especially because we've won tonight. If we'd have lost that game, we'd all be sitting here now, saying, "Oh, we should have done this, should have done that." But I mean, it was a decent performance, and we're through. We're through to the fourth round of the EFL Cup.
I still don't know how we haven't walked off that pitch winning 2 or 3-0 though.
Yeah, I mean,
chances at the end, man.
Scoring opportunities right at the end.
Yeah,
I had a fun. I'm not going to slag him off because he played well tonight, Yarmolenko. I thought we'd done a decent job, but Harry's not scored that in the last minute. I still can't think of it. He had the old goal to aim at. Harry's fucking at the post. I've got no idea, but it is what it is, mate. It's just. It's a fantastic result. I know my face don't tell a story, but I've had my own issues tonight, so please excuse me if I'm not looking too happy. But fantastic result, well managed. Moisey wanted that. I think he needed that against that club because that club holds probably a lot of resentment for him. Towards that club because of what his career went through, what he's gone through afterwards. Fantastic result. Just shame about the draw, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, just before we talk about the draw, the free chance at the end, Yarmolenko hit the post. You had Noble through 1-on-1, hit straight to keeper, and then you had Bowen hit the post as well.
Yeah,
we could have taken it off.
Played in Vlasic.
Yeah, I mean, Vlasic before now has come on. I think Moisey got them substitutions spot on at the right time.
Yep, totally agree.
And I thought Vlasic, when he come on, he was running about, he was looking for the ball. I think there was a couple of times that Yarmolenko could have played him in, but he didn't. I didn't think Bowen was going to knock the ball to Noble, to be honest. I thought Bowen was going to go it alone. But yeah, Fornals come on. Once again, it's difficult for players to get into a game when they've got to come straight on. But I thought everyone that come on done us proud tonight.
Yeah.
And as you said, mate, we're unlucky with Drew Man City in the next round at home at London Stadium. So if we're going to win this trophy or get further, we've got to beat the team that's won it 5 years in a row.
Exactly, and that's it. Like Graham says, you've got to beat them at some point, so you might as well knock them out early. But there's a lot of positives to take tonight. Clean sheet, is that first one of the season. It is, isn't it? Yeah. First clean sheet of the season. That's a big plus.
Southampton was a clean sheet.
But clean sheet for a new defence as well. New goalkeeper coming in. Lots of positives. Like I said, them chances that Yarmolenko missed. If anyone falling on his left foot with that much space, you wanted him, and he's fluffed it. So it's one of them things.
Unexpectedly through to the fourth round. I'm so glad that we are, because I think we should take every cup seriously. I mean, if you get past City, you know what I mean.
Well, you're in the quarter. You get past City, you're in the quarterfinals.
Yeah, and like it's I was very shocked by fan cams the other day about people sort of turning their noses up at this competition. I'm very shocked by that, because we ain't a club in a position to be turning our noses up at any trophies. I know we're and all of that sort of thing, but who are we to turn up our noses at a trophy? You know what I mean? We really can't. Try and do your best. And I know he's gone with 10 changes tonight, but he obviously, them 10 changes weren't bad ones, really. When you think about it, when you compare it to what Man United, honestly, you think about the performance from more or less our B team, and then you look at Manchester United's B team, and yeah, they brought on Fernandes and they had Lingard in there, who you'd say is a product player. But you look at through their team, how much money some of them players are worth. Van der Beek, I don't know how much he went for, 30-40 million, something like that, wasn't it?
Yeah, but as well, you
£1 million.
Yeah, but you've also got, they're all internationals.
Yeah, every single one of them is. Yeah. You know what I mean? So don't underestimate. Like Sky Sports is on there tonight. Yeah, it weren't it weren't Manchester United's best 11 and all that sort of thing. But fuck me, what do you want? They're paying top dollar for it. Martial's worth more than anyone we've ever bought in our history.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And I'm just sick of it. I'm sick of that team. I'm sick of them, to be quite honest with you, Manchester United. I've read a lot of comments. I mean, even comments in from the other day's game when they beat us and all of that sort of thing. I don't necessarily think they deserve to beat us, but their fans are so up their own arse. It's all, they talk to you like you're playing the best team on the planet and all of that sort of thing. They're not that fucking great. I'll be honest with you, they weren't that great the other day with their first 11, let alone their second 11. And I've heard so many times about how Ronaldo's had 2 penalties turned down, and they're nailed on penalties. That one on Souček, fuck me, I've never seen a more blatant penalty in all my life. Nobody said a fucking word about that. And then when our fans are in the comments of that comment section saying like, "Don't worry, we'll beat them Old Trafford," a bit tongue in cheek probably, and they're calling them deluded, like we ain't got a chance. Like we're sitting in the league. Well, there you go, we've beat them. So go call back in your holes, you pricks.
That's it. I
can't stand them, honestly.
Yeah.
They didn't. Like, I know a lot of Manchester United fans, and they're nice guys. Like, Flex is a lovely guy, but some of these fans, man, I remember doing an interview with a couple of years ago, and I put a clip of it up, and they talk down to you like you're nothing, like you're like you should be like it should be an honour to be in their presence. And like, fuck them, shit club, honestly, shit fans, shit club. I can't stand them.
Yeah, no,
well, Nicky can't stand Man United. Yeah, no, I know what you mean, mate. They're a bit. Some of their fans come across as very arrogant, and you should feel privileged to be on the same pitch as them or next to them. And
these two fans that spoke to me a couple of years ago, fuck me, man. Like,
yeah, what were they called? Cheese and pickle or something like that? I can't remember.
I can't remember what it was. Because there was two nice guys, but you know, when they talk about you know, Manchester, this is Manchester, like you should be like a pleasure to like a privilege to mention their name. Fuck them, like they're not as good. They're not as good as they think they are, and we're not as bad as they think we are.
Thing is, mate, their fans are under pressure because they know City are going to overtake them, like being the biggest club in. I mean, don't get me wrong, Manchester United is still a massive football club across the world, but they're not won the Premier League since 2013. That's a long time for a club like Man United, and City have won it since then 4 or 5 times.
Yeah.
As I said, they've won 5 League Cups in a row. They've won FA Cups. It's that's why their fans are a bit sort of upset there, but they take it out on all the other teams because they know City are massive and they're just winning everything at the moment. But anyway, fuck Man United.
Of Tottenham fans in at the moment, because Tottenham fans, when Arsenal were, you know, a lot better than Tottenham, they used to try and pick on us to make themselves feel better because they're so far in their shadow. And I think that's how Manchester United fans are getting a little bit, because Manchester City, honestly, with the money they've got and the coaches they've got and the infrastructure they've got, they could go on and dominate this league for the next 20 years and knock fucking Liverpool and Man United out of the water in terms of league titles and all of that sort of thing. And I think they're getting that sort of complex now where you know, it's like the middle brother, where they get picked on by the big brother, so they come and pick on the little brother to show their dominance. But they're not as good as they think they are, Manchester United. They ain't as good as they think they are. And I think that's down to the manager. I don't think the manager's great for them. So
the thing is, I don't think that. I think it is that they underestimate how good we are.
Yeah,
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's not, you know, like you said, you look at the result the other day. Like, we lost 2-1, could have easily drew it 2-2. Yeah, people can say Ronaldo should have had a penalty. Well, Souček should have had a penalty. But at the end of the day, yeah, they dominated possession. They may have had more shots, but they still luckily won 2-1. And tonight, yeah, they dominated possession. But it's not always about that. When you've got players in your B team who are seasoned internationals and, you know, are valued at over £50 million, you know, you should be sitting there and dominating against West Ham's B team that overall probably only cost.
Thing is, Scott, they've dominated. They've had 27 shots tonight and only like 6 on target.
Yeah. And that's it.
We had 9 shots and 3 on target, and we've won 1-0. So,
and that's it. It's the discipline and the way we play. You know, we make it hard for teams to beat us now. We've said this for the past season and a bit, that we make it difficult to lose. We don't roll over and die. We don't roll over and have our bellies tickled anymore. We are a team that want to stand up and be counted, and we want to get on the front foot a bit more. You know, for me, as much as Bowen works hard and he don't pester, don't stop pestering defenders. Sorry, we're still lacking that little bit of cutting edge. You know, if we can add a striker in January, then we can really, really push on with this squad.
Yeah, and as we said, you know, we all know we should have added a striker. But, you know, I think tonight, if someone like Ben Rama's up there, you know, it's different. He ain't going to work as hard as Bowen. I think Bowen was put up there to chase the balls down, close the defenders down, and hopefully something could break. And it did happen a couple of times. And we could have been sitting here now talking about a 3-0 win.
Exactly.
You know, it's just, it is what it is. But look, it's, you know, we're through. And that's the thing about the cup. And I agree with what Nicky said. I know, like, for me, the League Cup is still a massive trophy, especially for a club that hasn't won a major title since 1980. You know, I'd love to see us win the League Cup.
Exactly.
To balance the League Cup, Europa, Premier League, FA Cup when it starts in January, if we're still in all competitions. It's going to be tough, but it's what we want to do. It's what we wanted. This is next level football.
And this is what I've always said with this competition is the finals early in the season. Do you know what I mean? You've got plenty of time after the final with this competition to if you're fighting relegation, to continue to fight relegation. If you're pushing for Europe, to still continue to push for Europe. It's not like the FA Cup that's drawn out towards the end of the season, where if you're in certain positions at that time, you may not prioritise that cup. You know, the FA Cup out of the 2 trophies, I'd rather win that all day long over this cup. But it's a trophy. I was having a chat with a mate of mine who's a Spurs fan about the Europa Conference League. And I said to him, at the end of the day, Spurs need to win that competition because it's an embarrassment if they don't.
Do you know what? That Conference League, man, do you know what? I'd want to win it because for the trophy. The trophy looks the absolute bollocks.
But at the end of the day, it's a trophy.
Yeah, look.
You know what I mean? That's what we play football for. You don't play football just to finish 10th in a division every season. Do you know what I mean? You play football to win trophies, to win games, to beat the better sides like tonight, to go to places where we haven't won in 17 fixtures and get a win against, if you listen to the media and like you've said with Man United fans, against all the odds, you know, because Man United are the God's best team ever, you know. And it's nights like that teams enjoy because, one, you're getting a surprise result. That you know, you deep down, your body, your mind says, yeah, we can win. But you know, there's always that you go into a side like that, you go into the top side, you ain't got a good record, so the odds are stacked against you.
Yeah, the thing, I mean,
it's nights like this that you enjoy. Them fans that were there tonight, you know, we could go up there another 17 times and not win. They've always got that memory. We were lucky that we were at the last time we won up there.
Yeah, we ain't won there since 2007, and we haven't scored more than two goals there since 1986. So we haven't got a great record at Old Trafford. But look, as I said, we've gone there tonight. We've nicked the win. We're through. Happy days. Bring on Manchester City under the lights at London Stadium. You might even see him go a bit stronger against City in that game.
A massive shout out to them people that travelled up there today. Absolutely fantastic. It's all I heard on the telly was them, as we always do. I don't get to watch it on the telly that often. I'm usually there. Obviously, I've had a bit of a fucking hectic week. And, you know, my job doesn't allow me to take too much holidays these days. So I couldn't get up there myself. But absolutely fucking fantastic support, especially as the greedy fucking cunts were charging 30 quid a ticket. And that's because of the Ronaldo factor. And that's why we had so many, and I wanted to talk about that a little bit the other day, but I forgot all about it really. And that's it's the Ronaldo factor. He's come back and all of that. They think they can charge top dollar for everything, like everyone's there to see him. The other day in the West Ham ends, there were so many Manchester United fans. They need to get a hold of that, mate. They need to get a hold of that because it's going to end up causing a fucking riot. And we're the only ones that get the blame for it because of our reputation. There were so many Manchester United fans in their home stand the other day, and that's because they're letting tickets go to touts and they're not keeping an eye on it too much. And they're also letting tickets go to these fucking companies that book up sort of hotels and all of that sort of packages as well.
It's not only them as well, mate. It's also West Ham fans selling them on.
Yeah, they do. And I've been guilty of that in the past, mate. Not selling them on, but giving them to people. And I wouldn't do it again. I got a slap on the wrist, and rightly so. I probably should have been a bit more, you know, a little bit more careful and a bit more thoughtful when it comes to that sort of thing. But you know, they need to get eye on this because you know I've heard stories coming out of the last couple of days about people walking in the home end with Manchester United. I have seen this sort of thing in the home end as well. People walking in with Manchester United shirts and stewards just letting them in and just telling them to zip up their jackets and all that sort of thing. Absolutely fucking disgusting. Why does this geezer keep on saying, did any of you go to school with Jamie Reynolds?
Me, I went to school with Jamie Reynolds.
There you go. Ryan went to school with Jamie Reynolds.
What are you so angry for, Nick?
I don't know. I'm just a bit upset. I've been locked in the garden for 4 hours.
West Ham win 1-0 and Nicky's upset. We lose. He was happier on Sunday when we lost.
I'm just tired and I'm cold and
Having a go at people in the chat.
Only you, mate. Only you would get yourself locked out. Get everything set for a watch along, and then get yourself locked out the house.
But yeah, I mean, look, there's not really much more to say, really. So, like, sorry, there's no highlights in this show, but we just talk about it. But yeah, it is what it is. We're through. Happy days. We're through to the fourth round of the EFL Cup, or Carabao Cup, or Milk Cup, Coca-Cola Cup, whatever you fucking want to call it now.
Rumbelows Cup.
Why did our fans boo Jesse? I think that was out of order. I think that was in jest, mate. I think that was a bit of banter, to be quite honest.
I heard them singing. I also heard them singing to him.
Damn.
You're just a shit Jared Bowen.
Yeah.
But look, Jesse Lingard's though it's all in like joke. You know, we know what he done for us last season, and we appreciate it, and I'm sure he appreciates us fans and our football club. So it's a bit of banter there, but yeah, look, we move on now. We've got a tough game on Saturday against Leeds. So now we've got to dust ourselves down. There's a few fresh, well, at least players like Rice and Souček, Creswell. Be interesting. I don't know. I think Fabianski will probably go back in goal, but Areola hasn't done himself any harm tonight. I'm telling you, he looked comfortable.
He looked shaky at times. I must say that. Like, I'm going to be fair because I said the same about Fabianski. Fabianski's been a fabulous keeper, but he looked a bit shaky at times the other day. There was one thing where he completely misjudged it.
Yeah.
Judged it, and it was going out for a goal kick, and he slapped it out, and he nearly slapped it in the path for someone.
I think that was because he thought someone was behind him, and he didn't get the call and that's what he was saying to Masuaku. He didn't get that call, and as I said, it's new for him, new defenders. You know, that'll come. You know, goalkeepers do make mistakes, but I thought what he done, the save from Greenwood was class. Stood up as long as he could, and then saved it. It was a great save, and he didn't do himself any harm to, you know, if he's in the starting lineup on Saturday against Leeds, it wouldn't surprise me. But I think Fabianski will come back in. I think we'll see the same sort of team against, Antonio's back. So who's going to miss out? Probably Vlasic, I think.
Well, this is the thing that, you know, them players, the players that played the weekend and the players that played tonight, the manager's now got a lot to think about because, you know, as I said at the start, Dawson's redeemed himself with performance like tonight. Diop's banging on the door now, you know, and all it does, it puts pressure on Creswell, puts pressure on Ogbonna, puts pressure on Zuma. They know they've got to perform. So this is just going to propel us forward.
That's what good teams do.
Yeah,
they have players that want to come in and challenge for that first team. We've been guilty of not having that over the last few seasons, but now we're getting quality on the bench. Our bench is a lot stronger now than what it has been.
Yeah.
And Zuma or Ogbonna will come back in, no doubt about that. Antonio will be straight back in the team. And as I said, it'd probably be Vlasic that would drop out from the starting lineup the other day.
Yeah.
And then we go again. West Ham go marching on up Leeds and hopefully bring home. We need a win. We need a win in the Premier League. We haven't won for 3 games now. If it gets another draw, that goes 4 games without a win, it starts getting in the players' heads, and that's when the fans start picking up on it a bit.
Without getting ahead of myself, I can't see us not beating Leeds on Saturday.
Well, they've got a lot of injuries as well that's in our favour. They've got some key players out. But look, we went there last year and won 1-0, but this year we're going there with a full Ellen Road, so it'll be a different, you know, it's different this time.
Yeah, I think in a way, Leeds set up. The way Leeds set up is good for us. It suits the way we play, the way they set up.
I just hope Nicky slagging off Bielsa the other day don't come back to bite us on the arse.
I still go with it, mate. They ain't won this season, Leeds.
Exactly. That's a West Ham thing, isn't it?
They've got one way of play. I can't stand the praise. To be quite honest with you, I don't see it. I don't see what they're saying. I mean, there was an article on Sky Sports the other day saying about how meticulous he is now, how fucking right he gets it and all that. And they'd fucking lost 5-1 to Manchester United, and then got a draw against Burnley and Everton. And Everton are shit, to be quite honest with you. You know, it's like it's praise that like it's trying to create a story. Like, yeah, they've done well to stay in the league. They had some good wins last year. I don't think they was absolutely fucking like fantastic. Like when you think about some of the teams that have come up and done really well, you know what I mean? Brighton are doing really well this year. You know what I mean? Like they just, I don't know, they just seem to be setting up some sort of like, I don't know, some sort of like, what's the word?
I think what it is with Leeds and Bielsa, I think what it is with Leeds and Bielsa, mate, it's the way they played in the Championship. And when they first come into the Premier League, they like you remember their first game in the Premier League, they lost 4-3 to Liverpool at Anfield. And I think
I
they just all picked up on that. And
but they run at you at 100 miles an hour, going at attack, and that's it. That's all they've got. And I just think that suits us down to the ground because we're such a hard-working team that we sort of nullify that because we work as hard as them. And I think we've got better players and better quality. So
we're better on the counter than they are.
Yeah, I think that will show on Saturday. You know, we know how to deal with pressure now and see out these sort of and get the results at these sort of grounds. And as I said, Ben Rama will be back in the team. Antonio's back, which is a massive boost as well. Yeah. Great to see him back. He's had his one game. Hopefully he's learned his lesson. He won't be silly again and 2 stupid yellow cards like at Southampton.
Well, the thing is as well, this is a big week for us leading up to the international break. You know, with Leeds, then we travel, then we got Vienna at home, and then we go to Brentford at home, isn't it? So, you know, if we can round off before this international break with 3 wins, it'd be a fantastic start to the season.
Can I just say, Scott, are you going to be attending the home games, Vienna and Brentford?
I'll be there, mate. I'll be there. I'll be there. Don't worry.
Lassie's just got more appearances at London Stadium than you this season.
Yeah, I know it's bad, isn't it? I've been at one home game so far, but no, I'm better. I'm not perfect. I'm not 100% recovered, but I'm a lot better than I was on Sunday. So I'll be there. Don't worry.
But yeah, fucking love it, mate. Love it. Yeah. Happy days. Happy hammers again. Well, and this is the thing, like we haven't gone. We've bounced back from. I know it's the cup, but we've bounced back from a defeat and we've got a win. So now let's hope that we can get that win. Now, as you said, an important week coming up for the football club.
Yeah, exactly.
We're setting ourselves up for a good season.
Mm-hmm.
Season.
And that's what we said, didn't we? We want to be consistent from now on under Moyes, season in, season out, going for that top 6, looking to break into Europe, have a good run in Europe. You know, we're not saying we're going to win the Europa League this season, but a good run in it will give us confidence going further.
Definitely, mate. 100%. You know, and let's roll on Saturday. Lovely 3 points, and we'll have another happy PMP after that one.
Well, if I was going to say, if we lose to Leeds on Saturday, Nick, you'd be smiling on PMP. Nicky don't like it when we win. The secret's out. Nicky hates West Ham winning.
I was just in the garden when I got a nice warm house sitting at the other side of a window and a door. You know?
No, you weren't. You was having a full roast dinner around your table, like laughing and joking. Oh, fucking hell. What's the time? Fucking 10 to 11. Isn't it late? Work tomorrow.
Yep.
Chin chin.
Great fun.
Go on then, Scott. Do the outro, mate, and we're calling it a night.
I just about remember the intro, let alone the outro. Thank you very much for watching. We will be back with all the build up to the Leeds game. I'll return with a preview probably.
There's some super chats as well. I can see that. Thank you so much for doing it. But we don't really read them on post match Pint. But big shout out to the people that sent super chats.
Yeah, big shout out to everyone that sends super chats. Thank you very much. It's always much appreciated. Everyone in the chat, the community that we have, we'll see a lot of you on Friday night Pint. And roll on Leeds. Nicky, you're going up there. Nicky will be up there.
He's taking old dangerous Graham up there with him. Old Graham will be in Leeds, everyone. Lock up your daughters.
But yeah, so if you want to get yourself on a fan cam after the Leeds game, Nicky will be up there, so go and find him. He'll be somewhere outside. Get yourself on a fan cam. We had a lot of fan cams after the game against United, so we try and get everyone up. We interview anyone who comes along and wants a fan cam. So find Nicky after that one. There'll be a post match Pint, and then hopefully a happy weekend. So only one thing left to say, boys.
Come on, you irons.
Come on, you irons. Come on.